I want to tell you a little bit about Donny Boy and why it's important to me. In many ways, it is very autobiographical. In many ways, it is idealized. But the characters in it are based upon real people. My parents are in there. I'm in there. And many of the people that I knew. My father was a musician with Paul White at 18 years old. And he was a jazz musician. That was his love all of his life. And he met my mother in the elevator of the LaSalle Hotel as they were going up. And my mother, who was Greek and had grown up in a very protective Greek family, was with her cousin Sophie, and they cut out. Grandpa Jim didn't know about it, and they were going to hear Paul Whiteman. And Dad, there was some kind of chemistry or something, because a few weeks later, after the gig ended, they ran off and eloped. I was born in Kansas City, and Dad took a job with a radio station in Topeka, Kansas, and he joined this Western group that became very, very popular, and they made movies with Gene Autry, and they recorded, and they were pretty famous. The guy who ran the group was very restless, and he'd get a better offer from another radio station, and they would move. I went to 8 different schools in 2 years, and I was a lonely kid. Mom put her foot down, and Dad left the group, and he became musical director of this radio station in Yankton, South Dakota. And they had German prisoners of war that worked because of the manpower shortage on the Missouri River, because it was flooding, to save the town bridge. And that was etched deeply in my mind. I would go down to the station a lot, and I would talk to them, to some of them and things. And what struck me at the time, because there was a lot, this is when all the things about Auschwitz and all of the awful things about the Germans were coming out. And I would see these young men and talk with them, and they were so much like us. Thank you all for coming, and please enjoy the food and things, and I'm here if you want to book the sign up and stuff. And I really hope that you do read it. I think it can be an inspiring story, and I hope you tell people about it. Because I didn't do this for the money, let me tell you. There's no way, Linda knows this. There's no way we're going to get our investment back on this book. But it is something that's, you know, sometimes in your life there are things that are very, very important to you, and you do them, right? Thank you.
Donny Boy, a novel by Ron Phillips, based on actual events. Chapter 1, Wednesday, January 31st, 1945.